How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further... Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So. I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some areas. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, and pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So... You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Bullock guy. Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. So... Right.
Is there any other information? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garan spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Kupa Chekopa, Gino Mulera. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pa. Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Kupa Chekopa. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodonga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wanakon bez ching palamule tungking ba. Jeno ba doana ni di bobo? Tong nabungsha ni nunya. Tong haitwam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gando nan chuchut. Kachi chu ita do. Ronda di hotonga kun hanka. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno takunjus takmiki grabul mogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Dolbabank waleo ganda naru chuchut. Mogisha ponka bol. Kachi kun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pamulera chikun. Muchushat pakanta.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Kotor. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. He slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How... That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Okupacie. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamuta kun just takmiki grabul mogo.
Is there any... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with him. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but that... Is there any... Very...
Okupacie. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun kachi kun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pamulera chikun. Muchushat pakant.
Is there any other information you... I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Hakupa. Ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba runot.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jedo ba wana ni di bobo. Tong na bungsha ni nunya. Tong patukashmak talea. Kachikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Ronda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatuk tong abom sha umnina. Wanga kun bez keng balemuraya. Johnny yon. Ta kunjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mamule slimo podadana. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinkuno pamule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulera. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Damn you.
Damn both of you.
Ta kunjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mamule slimo podadana nanga kumbis. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinkuno pamule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumali.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktelea.
Ready? You asked for this, saddle!